Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Jacked YGO here today. And today we're coming at you with another dueling book video. So I wish these were like real life, but I mean we don't have the cards yet. Unfortunately, it will be out in about 2.5 weeks, so I'm very excited for that. I think a lot of people are very excited for this. I think we'll start seeing rarities sometime this week. Like sometime this week, there has to be rarity leaks, right? So we'll find out what the rarities are, I believe, sometime this week. So this was against SWORDSOUL TENYI. So definitely a good deck to showcase against. This was definitely a pretty good match. I was a little bit time constricted for this match, but I was able to fit it in. Like I think I finished like about 2 minutes before I had to do my thing. So I had a meeting before this or just after this. So yeah. But anyways, guys. So there's gonna be a couple topics to touch on today. So this is the main topic. Obviously the match. The other big one is that we didn't have an actual winner for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway because he never got back to me. So we will hit the random number again, and we'll go through my public subscribers. So when I look through my public subscribers, I've got I took a look just now through my public subscribers. I've got 382 public subscribers. So over half of you guys aren't actually public, but actually no, about a third. So about a third of you guys actually aren't public. So I can only see the public people. So this will be, I'll base it off this number, 382, and do a random number look. But regardless, a lot of you guys that are involved with this giveaway, that want to be involved with this giveaway, are publicly subscribed, so that's a good thing, right? But if you're not publicly subscribed, that's on you, man. Like, I can't do anything about it. Anyways, guys, the last topic will be Master Duel. So I have told, I've had a handful of people ask me about Master Duel, and I have mentioned, like, yeah, I'm just kind of busy. I just don't really have the time to put my focus towards that. And I just can't really download it at my place. But the moral of the story is I will actually have Master Duel content. So Master Duel is like, I've noticed is really, really popping. Like everyone's on it. So I figured like it's just too good to turn that down content wise. Like, so I will be jumping onto it. The only thing is I will be using my brother's account for it. So I'll be running he's already in rated and stuff, and he's got almost a whole DDD deck unlocked. So once that happens, which should be sometime this week, I can go over and film a video there on his recording screen, and then we can like probably film it together and stuff. But I'll film my deck profile. So that again, take a look for this week, later this week. I'll make a deck profile, and then I'll have a replay. I'll play a match, and it'll probably just be a replay match of the list I'm using. And I think you guys are gonna really like the list. I have seen the cards that are the ban list and stuff, so it's gonna be if you guys have been around for a while, I have some spicy text that you guys will recognize over time that I've used. And just because like some of the cards that are not banned, I think it's going to be a really good deck profile, something that not a lot of people are thinking about. So just be prepared for that. That'll be sometime this week. But yeah, moral of the story is, yes, I will be doing Master Duel content. My brother for sure will be doing Master Duel content. I'll just be sharing accounts with him. That's all, just for DDD stuff. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I will be doing the draw after this video. I'll get through the match first, and then after that, we'll hit the draw, and then we'll see our lucky winner. So, yeah. Anyways, let's start this. So, next play. Again, this is against SWORDSOUL TENYI, so both hit paper. There you go, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I take it. So, yeah, not sure how long I'll be playing. I actually have no clue how long I'll be playing for. So, I'm going to decide to go first, of course. 40 versus 42. Opening hand, so he's got Imperm, Protos, Taya, Chalice, Long Young. It's actually a really solid hand. Then I've got, especially if he's going first, it's like insanely good. I've got Ash Blossom, Patented, which is obviously a bit of a brick, Imperm, Swirl Slime, Kepler. So this going first is actually full combo outside of Headhunt. I'll get into that later, but he does have Imperm, so if he does shotgun the Imperm on Kevlar, which not a lot of people do, I really don't have a play. Obviously, I just set Imperm. Hope I can like lay out with Ash and Imperm. It is good against this deck, obviously, but I don't know what he's playing right now, so yeah. We'll see what happens, though. So, gonna drop the Kepler. Is he gonna Imperm me? So he's gonna Imperm me. Yeah, so he Imperms me. It is what it is. I'm just gonna have to pass up turn. Set Imperm pass. I'm gonna let him play. So he's going to go Desires. I'm going to Ash Desires. It would be stupid not to Ash Desires here. So yeah, I'm just going to drop the Ash on Desires. I don't want him having too much of an advantage. The reason why I'm going to Ash him there is like, I just don't want him having an advantage with the amount of resources I currently have. So Ashen Desire is probably the best thing to do. I also don't know what he's playing, so it's just probably the smarter thing to do. He's going to start off with Long Young, which is really good. So I'm just going to fast forward it here. We don't really care what he's doing too much because I don't really have any interruptions. I do have Imperm, but him going for Baron is really strong here, obviously. He's going to go ahead and use Baron, which is a smart play to do. It forces out my Imperm. It's exactly probably what he thought I had face down. He's going to go for Shishao, grab Blackout, swing at me to put me at 1,000 life because he already burned me with Long Young. And he's going to set 2 pass. So he's got I know he has Blackout, and he's got Chalice, which I didn't know about, but he's also got a negation on Fleur already. And Shishao is also really good against the Link, the Gilgamesh. So is what it is. I honestly can't push through drawing Birth from it, so I'm going to try to use Swirl Slam here, and he negates it with Baron. I'm just going to scoop up. So for siding here, I think I side in the Trap. I side in the Eternal Darkness because Eternal Darkness is really good because they can't Synchro Summon, and they also can't target my stuff with a Chalice or an Imperm, which is really strong. So the Trap is really good going forward, so I'd highly recommend siding the card. I think everything else in my main deck, though, is really good for going first, so is what it is. Like I said, if he does like Dark Ruler Me or something, he still has to deal with like a Headhunt in the Trap if I have it, right? Like in a good hand terms, right? So, starting off, we got Ash Blossom Griffin, DD Headhunt, Swirl Slime, 1/1. So this is a really solid hand. This can easily play around Nibiru because I can summon and then grab the Baphomet, go full combo while having access to DD Headhunt and an Ash. Actually, no, I'd have to ditch Ash for full combo, but yeah. And he's got Blackout, Adhara, Desires, Imperm, Emergence. So it's a good hand, pretty good hand going second. But Imperm, it's not going to stop this because I already have Griffin in hand, so is what it is. So I'm going to ditch the Ash here, obviously, which is the smart play. I'm going to go Kepler, and he likes to Imperm the Kepler, which is fine with me. It worked for him last turn, so I don't blame him. But at the same time, I did use 1/1, so I still have a normal summon, so it's not too bad for me, right? Like, it was a decent play to use Imperm, but if it's only his only hand trap, he probably shouldn't have done that, but is what it is. It's called resource management, right? But, so I'm going to use Griffin effect, special summon. I'm going to summon the Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is going to use the effect. And so I'm going to set the scales. And so as you can see, I'm going for the 1-card combo with Kepler, where you're going to scale these two and make Kepler a level 4. Now, there's a combo I did not know about recording this video, and I found out about this combo I think 3 days ago. I'm gonna give credit to this guy. I don't know what his name is, but I feel like anytime someone comes out with a combo or whatever, they have to get credited for it. I hate when people use other people's combos and just don't give people credit for it. I don't know what his name is, but I've seen a couple videos from him. He's like this. A lot of you guys I think know him. He's a Japanese player, I'm pretty sure, and he plays. Or in his picture is like a chick that looks like DD Reggie or something. I don't know what his name is. It's like in Japanese, but I think a lot of you guys know who I'm talking about. So he actually came up with a video where a combo video where Kepler and Swirl Slime actually gives you full combo without the headhunt. So what you do here is you normal summon the Kepler, you grab Gate, right? And even if Gate got stopped, you still had access to it because I had Griffin already in hand, right? So you special summon the Griffin. So you have Griffin and Kepler out on your field. You link them into the Gilgamesh, so you do the same thing here. But instead of scaling these two, you actually scale DD Savant Thomas, and DDD Ragnarok. Like you scale Ragnarok. Now a lot of people, some people were giving me trash for playing Thomas, and Thomas is just such a good card. Like it just has so much utility purpose in this deck, and like even if you don't play the rank 8, it's still really good for utility purposes and helps with weird hands and like a lot. It just really comes up, right? And at worst case scenario, he's a level 8 body, so it's not even bad. But what you do here, like I said, you scale Thomas in the Ragnarok. Thomas, so you're actually not even pendulum summoning. You're using Thomas effect to bring back the Griffin to your hand. So Griffin goes into your hand with Swirl Slime. Then you use Swirl Slime effect to fusion summon. You summon the first small you summon small Genghis, and then you trigger Ragnarok to target summon the Griffin from graveyard. Griffin gets revived. Griffin special summons and uses the effect to add. You actually add Copernicus. So then what you do to get Copernicus out is you banish special summon Copernicus using Swirl Slime, and then Copernicus Foolish Burials the Necro Slime. And at that point, you're off to the races as long as you're playing Diark and Lamia. You have to play Diark and Lamia for that to be live. But that guy's got on his. I'll try to link it in this bio. Like I'll see if I can find his channel again. But because I don't know his name, but I'll link that combo video and give him a shout out. Again, I don't know what his name is, but shout out to that guy. You got to give credit to the guys making these combos, and very, I never thought of it, so it's a very, very good combo on his part. But like I said, guys, once you have the 2 level 4s in the Necro Engrave, you kind of know where it goes, right? But very, it's mainly that interaction where you recycle back, you fusion summon, and then you trigger the Ragnarok. It's actually a really cool interaction. So again, that's off just Swirl Slime and Kepler. So very cool here. I already have the Headhunt though, so this 1-card combo is going to be not just as effective, but I'm going to be missing out on Siegfried here. But so next play, I'm going to Pendulum Summon 2 because I have a scale 0 and a scale 6. So yeah, it's just asking about Gilgamesh. You do burn from Gilgamesh because it's already resolving and these are just being placed in. So just the timing, right? So I'm going to summon these. I'm going to use his effect for a free draw here. So I'm going to ditch the Swirl Slime, get a free draw. So I'm going to get Patented, which is really nice because this is like so since I don't have access to the gate, this is just more fuel for Machina, which is really nice. So I'm going to overlay because this is level 4 because of Cerberus now. This is just the 1-card combo here, the Kepler combo. Link in. Now I'm going to link these 2 off. The Siege, I'm not going to go into King Tell yet. Going to summon Gilgamesh. Trigger the effect of Caesar to add the spell contract, the fusion spell contract. You go activate Swamp King, use the effect of Swamp King. Fusion summon. So we're going to go ahead, banish that in the Kepler. And summon the Genghis. An overlay for a Machina. So this is the combo I was demonstrating in my last video. The only difference is I went to King Tell first because I was more focused on doing the combo I originally I was just streamlined on something, I don't know why, but the main thing you're supposed to do is summon Caesar first. That way you just get King Tell. You basically reserve like an extra card doing that. It is what it is, but anyways, this is the right way to do this. Gonna overlay into King Tell, gonna burn him for 1,000. And then I'm gonna link these 2 off. So yeah, I put Machina in the graveyard. I'm gonna put it in the extra deck in a second. Yeah, I was also getting like a little bit of bashed on because Machina is it's a Pendulum XYZ. I don't play with Pendulum XYZ, so every time I see an XYZ, I don't think of it hitting the extra deck, right? I do know, I am very familiar with the scale effect. I always utilize it as much as I can, but the fact that it's an XYZ always has me just saying this to the graveyard, but I picked up on it like right away. And then I'm going to use the effect of King Tell to Foolish, and then I believe after I do this, I just put it back. So I'm going to go Necro Slime. Use that in Gilgamesh. So yeah, I put the Machina back in here. So yeah, it goes back on the face-up extra deck, and then I'm just gonna fusion summon the second Genghis, make the rank 6, and gonna go for the. So this should be good enough, right? Now I know what I'm playing against now, so I'm very confident here. As long as he doesn't have Dark Ruler, there's no way he's outing this board. Machina alone can just stop him. Machina and Headhunt alone are just good enough. So even if he turns this off, which is his biggest problem, right? He still has to deal with this, and then popping this gives me recursion. That's why I really like Dark Patented Contract or whatever it's called, Patented Dark Contract documents, because I actually cut this down to 1. I figured I just don't need 2. I just decided to place it for the 3rd allure. So this is in the deck profile. This isn't this deck list. I'm only playing 1 copy. But again, when you pop this card off of Machina, it's really strong, right? Because you just get to recycle anything from your graveyard or face-up extra deck. So it gives you a very good bounce back. So I'm going to pass. Yeah, he doesn't really have enough to break this board unless I play kind of foolish. So he's going to go ahead. I'm going to let that through. He's just going to grab... If I actually stop this, he didn't really have many plays, right? But I don't know that, right? It's usually just bait. He's still got Desire, so he's going to grab Mo Yi. But if he doesn't have... I can tell he doesn't have Dark Ruler here. I actually can't stop his Desires, obviously, so I'm just going to have to let this through. I hope he doesn't draw into a Dark Ruler. So he's got Chalice and Ash. Chalice is going to be pretty good here. It's not going to be enough to stop me, though. I'm going to let that through. I'm not too keen on the Adhara. I don't really care too much. So now he's going to use Mo Yi. He's going to reveal the Adhara. So once he reveals the Adhara, I know he doesn't have too much available to him. So I'm like, okay, so I'm in a really good spot now if he's revealing the Adhara. He's basically showing me this as a brick when he's revealing that, but it's the only card he can use for Mo Yi. So I know he's in a tough spot, so all I have to do here is just suck up his Moyi. He's pretty much done, right? So I'm going to use Machina, suck up the Moyi. He's going to go Chalice. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So all I'm going to do is flip the Headhunt here, because I know he's kind of relying on this Moyi going through at this point. So I'm going to use Headhunt, take that. It's going to go to my side, and it's going to be negated. So yeah, not good for him, obviously, but like I said, I tried to play as smart as I could. When he reveals the it kind of tells you something when they're revealing a second Adhara, that they don't have enough gas in their hand. But on top of that, even he's just putting out the Chalice just to stop this when I already have Caesar out. Like, Caesar alone can stop their turn, so I'm not even concerned in the slightest. So he's just going to pass. He's going to set Blackout Pass. I don't know if it's a Blackout or an Imperm, right? But I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to try and kill him here. Even if it's Imperm, it doesn't really matter. I can still kill him. All I have to do is Fusion Summon here. So yeah, all I have to do is just banish any of these cards and Fusion Summon for game. So yeah, I'm going to use Swamp King here. And I have an Imperm too. Like, Imperm can just shut out their follow. He has no follow-up, right? I know that. So I accidentally used Moyi. I keep forgetting that with Headhunt, it has to be special summon. It has to be special summon from the extra deck to make it a DDD, but it is what it is. It didn't really matter regardless. I still had materials to use for it. So I'm just gonna special summon the DR, hit him because I know he has 7k, so I know I can just kill him here. Yeah, like, there's nothing he has in the back row I know that can stop me. So, and I just shoot at him for game. So yeah, he's gonna go all the way down to 0. So siding here, what I'm going to side in here is actually, I think I put Nibiru's and Drolls in for him. So I don't have Lancia's, because Lancia doesn't hit every single deck, but it is what it is. So Droll is still a very good card against this deck, because the main card you don't want to deal with is Protoss. This deck can very well deal with their, like with a Blackout, a Shishao, and a, if you open good, a Blackout, a Shishao, and a Baron is not too much for us to deal with. It's mainly the you can't deal with the Protoss. So I hope it gets banned, by the way. I think it's going to get banned, but whatever. So I'm going to go second here, of course. So he's got even... I have no clue why I keep Evenly in here. But anyway, he's got Evenly Desire. Maybe he just didn't have another card for me. Evenly Desires, Ecclesia, Ash, and Emergence. So it's actually a strong open regardless of him having evenly matched in hand. I've got Allure, Droll, Copernicus, Lamia, and Gate. This is looking really good for me because I have draw power for getting into certain cards. I think I actually put in evenly matched for him, actually. I think that's what I did. On top of those cards. But I have the Droll, which should be enough, because if he's going to start off with Emergence, which I think he does. Yeah, he's going to start off with Emergence. So as long as he doesn't add Protoss, or he didn't hard open Protoss, I'm kind of fine here. So I'm like, sure, whatever. I'm going to Droll him there. And he's going to go ahead, just do his thing. I'm going to fast forward so he can just go through. I have no more responses, so we'll just let him play it out and reveal that. He's going to go for... Yeah, so he's going to pass here. And I draw a Griffin, and I still have Allure, so I'm looking really good. He's got Draco Berserker, which is pretty good. I guess he didn't want to go for Taya. I'm not sure why he didn't want to go for Taya here. Let's see. Banishes a Sword Soul. Special summons a token. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why I didn't go for Taya. He had to normal summon. He had to normal summon the Ecclesia. That's right. So that's why I didn't go for Taya. Okay, so that makes sense. To end on a Berserker, TENYI is pretty good, and obviously I killed his Desires play, right? So I'm in a very good spot here. And Draco Berserker, I'm just hoping to draw into something to just negate it. So, but regardless, I can still play around this, no problem. Like I said, Swirl Slime's a card. So yeah, I draw Imperm, Swirl Slime. Those are like the best two draws I could have gotten. So yeah, as you can see, I can freely play around Nibiru here. All I have to do is grab off the gate. All I have to do is grab Orthros, and Griffin can actually just grab me Headhunt if I really want to, or an Extender if I really needed it, right? But this is like a perfect hand, especially for just him having this. So I'm gonna Imperm that, and I'm just gonna keep playing here. He's gonna let that through. Of course, he has no way to stop it. Berserker TENYI is a good card if it's used smart, but I feel like a Swirl Slime could easily force him out. So yeah, we're going to go into a little Genghis, going to use the effects. So I do this strategically here. So the reason why I go for a Fusion Summon first and then leave myself with one card in hand along with the gate is because it's going to make him think I'm going to have to use, like for the card to special summon a Swirl Slime from my hand, it's It's going to make him think I'm using the gate to grab the card I need to see, and then it could end my turn, right? But I have Copernicus, which he doesn't know, so I'm kind of playing this strategically. So I drop the gate here in order to see if he has an Ash and bait it out, and it does. So I successfully do that. So he's going to say no to that, and I'm like, that's completely fine with me, because now what I can do here, Griffin still adds me what I need, right? So I'm going to banish Special Summon. So Copernicus is going to Foolish Burial. So I'm going to send C1, C2. C2 is a Copernicus because I need this to go through if anything. To kill him, I actually don't even really need the Necro Slime, but so I'm going to summon Griffin. Griffin's going to use the effect, and I'm going to be able to play around the beer. Like, I know I can't lose here because he has 3 cards in hand, and I basically know I can't lose here. Go for the Orthros. So you want to normal summon Orthros. I've explained this before, but you need to normal summon Orthros so you can play around the Fiend restriction because you want to go into Baron here, right? Next play, I'm going to summon the Baron. And Baron automatically is my way to play around Nibiru here. Unless he had like Nibiru Veiler like right here, I'd be done, right? But I'm pretty confident he doesn't have that, especially now, right? I'm going to go into Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh uses the effect. And I think I only had like 2 minutes here until I had to get off, so I'm really kind of just trying to rush through here. But you're going to notice I'm not going to Pendulum Summon here because I don't have to. I'm going to use Baron to pop. What I should have done if I wanted to... He went first, right? So he's really not going to have Imperm. He would have said it because with his board, like, anyone knows he would have said Imperm in this case. More than likely, but sometimes they might play it smart and just hold it knowing that they only have a Berserker Tenyi. What I should have done before I popped with Baron, just because I was in a rush, right? I'm just kind of like throwing stuff at it. I know I can win here, right? But what I should have done is use Necro Slime with the Genghis, summon the big Genghis, and then pop it. That way I know I can play around Imperm and Nibiru, right? But like I said, it's very unlikely, especially for the fact that he already went first, and I'm just kind of like trying to play through him and kill him, right? So, yeah, we're going to go effect, summon the big Genghis to play around Imperm, or just kill him regardless. So now I've got 8,800 on board. I'm just going to go to battle phase. So the reason why I'm just kind of going at him here is because if he had Nibiru or a way to out this, he gives me Nibiru or whatever, but I still have my Pendulum Summon I can still Pendulum Summon 2 cards here. So really, I can actually just Pendulum Summon 1, I think, because if I don't have pointers, I can only go to 1, which is still not the worst, but like I said, it still gives me an option to be able to do some plays after. Like my Pendulum Summon is still an option, and then Ragnarok off my Pendulum Summon gets Special Summon 1 from Grave. I can kind of still play around it, right? So here, I'm very in a good spot, so very well in a good spot. So as you can see, it's definitely the end of the day for this guy, so I'm going to hit him for 8,800. Yeah, Baron's going to hit him. That's game. So that's the game, guys. So like I said, I think this is a pretty good match. I obviously lost game 1 just because Imperm can just shut you out sometimes if you don't have like the most amazing hand. But like I said, like even if he did have a pretty established board, the hand I had there going second was still enough to push through if I played strategically. Because like I said, like Swirl Slime is such a good push factor card for the deck. It's not even funny. And like it is what it is, man. Like I think this deck, I'll say it every single video. I think a lot of people, especially MBT, he's really been chirping on this deck. But honestly, guys, this deck's gonna come out swinging for the TCG 100%. Especially if we're well prepared. Like you guys have been watching my videos and stuff. I think we're gonna be well prepared. No big events, but any regionals that come up, this deck's definitely gonna be top in some of them if piloted correctly. So yeah, a really nice to just bring out these videos sometimes. I try to get them out every week, but yeah, I'll go over my deck list now anyway. So now you guys have seen that replay, I'll just jump over to my deck list here. And here we go. So this is my finalized list. I think this is just how I'm playing it for now. These two are always up for debate, but I mean, they're not bricks. I think I'm going to keep them in because I've actually played around Nibiru a few times with Rage. And Rage is a really good card, I find, in general. Like, he's only a brick if you draw him, like, with one other card. But like I said, he makes a lot of plays live, and then he can also be he gives you, like, your third option to play around Nibiru. Like, with him, this card, and this card all help you play around Nibiru, right? So, I think these guys are staying. I really like them. You don't have to play them, but they give you, like, your one-card combo. They just open up so much air for the deck, right? Like, you gotta think, like, Cerberus is a level 4 too. Like, it's a level 4 Pendulum, so if you open this with Griffin, you have, like, a really strong combo at that, right? So, anyways, guys, like, this is all like, I'm still sticking on 2 Lamia. I personally like 2 Lamia. Some people decide to cut it, like it's fine, but I think just playing it at 1 is still kind of good because it still opens up some combos, and it's still a good way. Like if you got a bunch of play stuff and you haven't gotten your Gilgamesh yet, all you do is just use Lamia, summon itself, and then you have Gilgamesh, just like that. You know what I mean? So 2 Necros standard, 3 Swirl Slime, 3 Kepler, 3 Gates, 1 of this. This is all like over the place, right? So I'm gonna try to sort this here. So like my only hand traps is like Ash and Imperm, like I said before. Like I kind of like hovered over this like the last video. This is all the same pretty much, except I just decided to cut this. The only difference is like I cut this down to 1 because I really don't need the second copy. And I'd rather have the third Allure. Like Allure's such a good card in this deck, especially now that we have like a lot of 2-card combos. Allure just helps you dig, and then like you grab like your side deck cards. It's just, oh, this card's like almost like an extract, or it's almost like a prosperity for the deck, because prosperity would be like a grab 3, like you look through 3 and grab 1, right? But this just like really opens up space for your deck. It's not hard once per turn, right? So yeah, there's not too much to show you guys here. Like I said, like this is all standard. Rivalry, I like playing it. It comes up sometimes, and this card's just nutty in the side deck for sure. And then this is all the same. Like I haven't touched this at all. So yeah, everything's pretty much the same, guys. I just really, these are more so not for the deck list. Obviously, it's more so just for the actual game. The match I played itself. English, oh my god. So this is the 1K subscriber giveaway. I'm gonna bump this back down to 382 because we only have 382 public subscribers. This is just a random number from the generator, so let's see what happens. 1 to 382. Let's get through this. So 95. Let's hope the 95th person is someone that actually watches the game. So we're gonna go right to the top here. Oh, there we go. So this is the very first subscriber I had, my man Cloud. I don't know who he is, but yeah. So I said how many? 95? 95. Okay. So we're gonna go down. Let's see. Ready? Oh, it's Savage Cheeseball. Hey, good job, man. I think I see you watch my videos sometimes. I'm not sure. I hope you do, or else I'm gonna have to do this giveaway again. But hey, Savage Cheeseball, man, you just won yourself a free Ultimate Hulker Fibrax and a playmat. So good for you, man. Like I said, make sure you comment on this video so I can get to you, and then you can give me your shipping information and stuff. If not, I'll give you till about Wednesday or so this week. If I don't hear from you, this is actually gonna have to be raffled off again. But yeah, guys, congratulations to Savage Cheeseball. I hope you're gonna get back to me, like I said. But if not, there's a lot of people that are willing to take this, right? So, anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for the video today. I hope you guys liked it. I'll try to be doing these like once a week kind of thing, like I've normally been doing. These are very good videos, and I think you guys learn a decent amount from it. Like I said, I'll get on a Master Duel probably sometime this week, show you guys my deck list and stuff. But yeah, I think the more important thing right now is the post Battles of Chaos stuff, because this is all the stuff that's going to be coming up in real life, right? So yeah, anyways, guys, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.